I'm really interested in how AI impacts financial crime. We're going to be seeing cybercriminals using increasingly varied and sophisticated means of technology to target low-hanging fruit. Data as an incredibly powerful commodity is well established. But as businesses look to harness the power of data as a commodity, that obviously brings increased risks around enforcement activity if a data breach occurs, and also the real quantum of damage if there is a security incident. And so in 2019, we saw right at the end of the year, the Information Commissioner, the UK's data regulator, producing its first fine for a data breach. And whilst that was very small, what we did also see was the intention of the ICO to bring out incredibly big fines against British Airways and Marriott. And so what we will see in 2020, it's predicted at the end of Q1, is a finalisation of those actions into BA and Marriott, and we're interested to see what kind of quantum they are. In 2020, I think we're going to see the ICO look to use more of the very extensive powers that it has. Not just the non-criminal enforcement powers, but also the criminal prosecution powers and the extensive audit powers that it has. And so I think firms need to be aware that the ICO could this year come in and search for evidence to support suspicions of misconduct in data. And so if you don't have a dawn raid procedure already in place, you really need to think about putting one there ready for that visit from the ICO. Towards the end of 2019, I saw a lot of references to the use of the term compliance fatigue in relation to cyber and data professionals who've been working very hard in this area, not least with the implementation of GDPR over the past months and indeed years. So in 2020, I think at a time when that fatigue really needs to be pushed through, actually what we're going to see is a skills gap in relation to experts in that area. And so what I think is that firms are going to need to find creative ways to look at how they fill that gap, and then also trying to meet the expectations of regulators that they have in place the right levels of systems, controls, expertise and people to make sure that they're doing the right job in respect of their security. Get your lawyers involved, get your forensic advisors involved now, because you want to know that they can act for you, that they have the right expertise and coverage, and that they really know your business so they can properly help you if an incident does occur.